In this video, we're going to go over the most aggressive shot that you can hit up at the non-volley zone line.
Oh, that was nasty. What's up, guys? I'm back. Why is this flick so necessary in your game? Well, it does come back at your opponents pretty quickly, and it's pretty hard to read. So if you don't have this shot in your tool belt, definitely have to add it. So let's talk about the technique. First things first, nice wide base. Have to have it. If you guys are standing up too tall, you are actually losing reach, so get nice and wide. You will have maybe an extra inch or two to reach into this kitchen. Once I'm here, my arm is going to be a little bit straighter, can have a little bit of bend. It can be straight out, just depending on if you're able to get that ball or not. Once I'm here, my paddle is actually angled a little bit to the side and down. Once I start my swing, my paddle actually kind of drops a little bit. My forearm should be tight, my wrist should be fairly loose. All right, so from here, I'm kind of dropping it. And then once I need to start my motion, it is a lot of my shoulder and my wrist kind of making a quick motion. So my wrist is kind of brushing up. Now, depending on location, I might brush up, I might brush a little bit over the ball and go cross court. But this wrist is actually doing a majority of the work. So be careful, don't overuse this shot. Don't practice this shot over and over and over again. Maybe go 5 balls and then call it that, take a little break, then 5 balls again. But from here, right, dropping that paddle head a little bit and then brushing up quickly with my wrist or over the ball, depending on location. We know that we have seen this shot on tour as winners, but this is still a setup shot. So when we are finishing my shot here, I have to keep it very short, very clean and precise, and not finishing too big so I can't counter that next ball. So my finish kind of finishes up kind of by my forehead, right in front of my face here. And then from here, it should bring me back to ready position, right? Do not allow yourself to just hit this shot and think of it as a clean winner every time. You'll find good results still, but have to be ready for the next ball.
If you're really enjoying this video, remember that the backhand flick is only one of the ways that you can attack your opponents up at the non-volley zone. If you would like to know multiple ways to attack your opponents and different strategies up at the non-volley zone line, you're going to want to check out our free attacking masterclass. Make sure you go to attackmasterclass.com or go in the description below. All right, Kaden just went over how to actually execute the flick. Now we're going to talk about very specific targets that high-level players go for when they're hitting it.
All right, locations. We have to pick our locations wisely. And I would say typically when you see this height of ball, most players are going to attack either the person in front of them or the middle of this court. Now with this flick, because there is a little bit more wrist involved, we can start to go middle and actually cross court a little bit more. So my locations are going to be very low middle. I would actually say maybe more to the foot up to, you know, kind of the knee. You don't really want it higher than that. You can also target the left side of your opponent's body, right? Because if I'm attacking cross court here, the cross court player here would know that they have to cover that middle ball, all right? And lastly, that outside left foot is going to be a good spot as well. So I'm picking between these 3 spots. I would personally say I like to go for the right foot first, and then once I kind of see them starting to sit there a little bit more, then I open it up to go cross court. So I like to kind of go middle and bait them into thinking that I can only go there, and then once they start to sit there heavily, that's when I start to open up to this left side of the body and outside of it.
All right, now we're gonna hop into 2 quick drills that you can do to actually practice this shot. This is a shot that I do not have in my arsenal.
Yeah, Lord knows he needs it.
And something that I'm trying to implement, okay? So first one's gonna be toss feed. So Kaden's going to be tossing me the ball. And again, I don't practice this a ton. One thing I do wanna mention is Continental is probably the best grip for this, or something really close to that, so that I have my paddle face close on this shot, okay? So Kaden, if you see anything,
I'll let you know.
Yeah, you let me know. But again, I don't practice this a lot, but I know that I am used to being a wide stance, so at least I have that going for me.
Careful, folks. We don't know where this is going. Here we go. Oh, not bad.
Ah, it's not bad.
That's not bad. Get a little more pace on it. Come on. There you go. Whip it. Okay. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Again.
All right, here we go. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It's all right. Here we go. That's not bad.
Okay. Here we go. Really quick, Kaden. As I'm noticing this, I don't know what's tight and what's not.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
Tighten the forearm.
Okay, so forearm's tight.
Forearm's tight,
and
but wrist is loose.
Loose until a contact maybe.
Yeah. So once you're making your contact, depending on where you're putting that ball, you might be able to roll it a little bit, kind of all the way through. Sometimes you might have to stop it a little bit shorter.
Okay,
right?
so
if you're going middle, you're probably going to stop your wrist a little bit shorter. If you're going all the way across, your wrist will kind of roll all the way over.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I drop it here like Caden was doing. I'm gonna try to keep it loose, and then I'm gonna snap up.
Yep.
All right,
here
let's try it. Okay, again.
I'll take that. Oh, good. Careful.
Not natural. Not natural.
That's all right. Ooh, there we go. Nice. That was actually pretty good.
Pretty good one. Here you go.
Okay.
All right. What do you see there, dude? So I feel like this. I'm obviously trying to catch so much on the outside of the ball.
Yes.
And I feel like I might be actually using too much wrist.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I think your wrist is kind of rolling before your contact. So like, keep it quiet here and like almost act like you're gonna punch it. And then like, as you make contact, that's when your wrist kind of rolls over.
Okay.
So your wrist, it's just like, there's just a little bit too much motion beforehand.
Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah, keep it quiet until.
Ooh, okay.
There you go. Ooh, there it is, better. Nice. Just go 3 more, come on.
Yeah, 3 more, all right.
Yeah, cross. Oh, that's okay. Wait for it. Yeah.
Okay, you know one thing I just picked up, just doing that just now, I was actually really trying to use a lot of wrist and trying to get this paddle angled over here.
Yep.
But what I learned is if I just started here, like you said, like keep it quiet. So kind of stay here. And I actually learned that I have enough power from here to here.
Yeah.
I don't need much. And when I do contact it right here, it's gonna be cross court anytime anyways.
Yep.
So all I need is acceleration from there to there.
Right. And well, also the biggest thing is when you're set up here, this is actually like the first step of disguise, right? You're trying to make it look like you're gonna go to the person in front of you. And then once you whip that wrist over, that's why you're setting that ball cross court, right? You want it to look like you're gonna attack either in front or even middle, right? Like I can change the paddle of the angle of my paddle pretty quickly, right?
Yeah.
And so from here, it's to make it look like I'm gonna go straight on, and then I can change it either to go middle or all the way across.
Okay, let me try. Let me try a few more actually.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
So we'll go here.
Not bad. Yeah, that's gross.
So that one.
Let's go 2 more. Oof.
Yeah.
I think we might have just found Jordan's new favorite chat.
Hey, there you go.
All right, this second drill is a little bit more like gameplay. So I'm going to feed a dink. Jordan's going to hit a dink back. That second dink I hit back is going to be a little bit higher, a little bit floatier, and he's gonna be working on that flick from there, all right? As you guys get better at it, you guys can start to play points out live after the flick, but we're just gonna start simple. Here we go.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, now.
All right, again.
That's all right.
All right.
Here you go. That's nice.
Hey, little wide.
It's better though. Here you go.
So you know what? One thing that I noticed, Caden, it's way easier to keep the ball in the closer it is to the sideline.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of room.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You can roll it over a little bit easier.
Yeah, so that last one, I'm actually taking it from here, but I don't have a lot of margin here.
Yeah, well, you have to take a little bit of pace off. Yeah, you have to take a little bit of pace off, but also maybe you don't want to go as close to the sideline, right?
Yeah,
I think maybe like 2 or 3 inches away from my left foot.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's try it again.
Here you go. That's better.
Okay, again.
That's all right. Watch the paddle angle. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but even that one, right? So I'm trying to experiment with what height. Like we could look at the camera again. I think that one was maybe around net level, but my flick was like waist level.
Yeah, yeah.
To you, so you're gonna crush that one, right?
I definitely am gonna have a good volley back. As long as I'm sitting in the right place, right?
Yeah, so the most important thing, right, is if I could get it below knee level, that's really where I want
huge,
it.
yeah. It makes the shot way more effective, for sure.
So let's do a few more here.
Here you go. Nice,
Okay.
that's good.
And again.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that was gross.
nasty. All right, so obviously this is a shot I'm still working on. Thank you, Caden, for helping me with this. If you would like to know the difference between a flick and a roll, go ahead and click on Caden's face right there. And if you would like to learn how to attack better at the non-volley zone, check out our course and go to attackmasterclass.com.